Hello and welcome my randomized Captain Crunch majiggers. It's SJB here, and today we're getting a random hero, a random tower, and a random track. We want to see, can we beat Chimps mode doing this? Alright, I like to believe that, you know what, this might be possible. The only issue with Chimps mode and doing random towers is that there's really only limited options to start the game off. Dart monkeys, boomerangs, maybe a attack shooter, maybe an engineer, maybe a druid. But you don't just have unlimited options. You really do have to get kind of lucky. So, and we also have positioned decently well. Luckily for us, engineer is probably the most ideal tower for us. So definitely luck-inducing right from the get-go here. Unfortunately, I think I've got to go straight for a sentry gun instead of saving up for Brickle. Otherwise, I don't think I can beat round 9 or anything like that. So we go, sentry gun, and we are started! The Chimps mode has begun! Now, the way this is going to work is we're going to get one random tower every 20 rounds. So we're going to get another random tower on round 20, then another one on round 40, round 60, and round 80. And we're going to see if we can just beat Chimps mode with those random towers, choosing the right kind of cross paths. I like to think that this is going to be reasonably easy, but we are playing in an intermediate map. We don't have necessarily the best hero in the game, specifically with kind of a weird water location. We still got to deal with removable objects and everything. I don't know if it's going to go that well. But I've got a couple things I want to talk to you guys about. First of all, about my brain disease disorder and all that nonsense. I'm going to get going with that in just a few minutes here. I want to talk about my camping trip, which I just went on a camping trip this weekend, or kind of beginning of the week thing. And then, of course, we want to talk about the randomness and the strategy as well while we're doing all of this. So, let's wait until round 20, and we'll be back for some fun times here, guys. All right, we get our next random tower on round 20. Let's see. Rando. I just want to throw it out there. If we get Banana Farm, I'm getting myself a new tower. Just want to throw it out there. All right, the Spike Factory. Okay. That's an interesting one, because my first thought is Spike Ball Factory. You know, that's like the Spike Factory that I go for. Second to that, possibly a Perma Spike, but he's been nerfed pretty hard. It's probably not worth it to go for. So, third, do we try to go for something as weird as maybe like a Spike Storm or something like that? Do we want to do that? That would be really good against the Moabs. But I don't know what other towers I'm going to get yet. So you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the safe bet. I am going to go for my Spike Factory, and I'm going to throw him... I'm going to get rid of this thing first. I'm going to throw down my Spike Factory right about Chinon, which is kind of a weird location, to be completely honest. Dang, these balloons are getting far. Do we get camo detection? All balloons except camo. All right, we got the Spike Factory here. The Spike Factory might have to be all of our camo detection for quite a while here. I forget, does she have camo detection at all? Dang. When does she get camo detection? She's got to get it somewhere, right? I'll admit, I don't play with Brickle all that often, but I might not be getting camo detection out of her. She can give it to other towers with this later on, but if I don't have any other water towers, we'll suck my balls. It ain't doing nothing here. So I think the best option for us is to go for a Spike Balls, and I'm thinking also maybe going for a fourth here. It's kind of expensive. It's like 10 grand or whatnot, but it really is reasonably effective against Moabs and balloons and everything in between. And we got 3 different areas where we can hit things. So if we kind of combine it with maybe a 5th tier engineer here, we could probably make this go long term. Because we can't just think, what do we need for round 30? What do we need for round 40? What do we need for round 98, 99, and 100? I don't want to lose in those late rounds and just be stupid with wasted money and wasted upgrades and wasted crap all over the place just to help me survive just a couple rounds. So I am limited in a lot of ways here. Gotta be honest here, Sentry Expert may be one of the best mid-game towers in the entire game. Definitely, at the very least, in order with like a Dragon's Breath or Middle Path Druid, 4-2 Ninja without combo. I mean, the best. He's good. He's just good all around. He's popping all these balloons. He's freezing balloons. He's slowing things down. He's making things just get popped. In addition, we're going to go Spike Balls, Fast Production, even Fast Production, and we might go for a Spike Binds as our next tower, depending on what we get as a random tower for round 40. I don't know, but we got to hope for some luck. Here we go, round 40. So first of all, let's just pop it. Let's go boom. Let's go boom. Let's confirm it will indeed die. I'm not too afraid. Got a lot of Spike Balls and everything, and it looks like, boom, take it down. All right, let's get a random tower. Give me something good. Give me something juicy. Oh, a village. That's not what I wanted. All right. Well, we get some jungle drums action here. That's the good news. The bad news is I don't have any primary monkeys. I got 3 support towers so far. How is this random? Come on, man. All right. Well, we're going to have to rethink things here. But for now, jungle drums. That's going to be our main supporter. And I think I have to go for a spiked mines. As weirdly, oddly crazy as that is, that's going to have to be my answer for a little while. The other thing that I've got going for me, she did get camo detection. Prickle gains increased attack range and camo balloon detection. Okay, I misread that. Didn't see that before. I thought she got it, but I was just like a little confused. And that means, yeah, honestly, I don't even need camo detection for now. We're just kind of wait it out for a little bit. But I don't know, man. Let's just kind of watch this and see what happens for a little bit. Anyways, update on my brain disorder or brain issue or whatever the heck we got going on here. First of all, I just want to give you guys a shout out. I'll admit that I am not a perfect person, and one of the things that I am is I am a little bit selfish. All right, I care about myself. I think a lot of people should care about themselves, but sometimes you just get focused on what's going on in your life, and you ignore all of the pain, the suffering, all the issues that other people are having going on in their daily lives. And I'll admit that I was fairly lucky for most of my life. I didn't have any super crazy major health issues. You know, I broke a thumb. I had this weird throat issue that I kind of still deal with like a little bit, but honestly, it's not horrible. It wasn't draining my life in any ridiculous way. It was just upsetting, mildly upsetting. And I know there's some people out there that are just perfectly healthy. Good for you. You don't have to feel bad for being healthy, but you have to realize that there's a lot of people out there that are dealing with not only just issues, but chronic issues, long-term chronic issues. And it's something that I'll admit, again, I just kind of overlooked a little bit. Just thought, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you just deal with your issues. But, ooh, this is going to be a little bit tricky here. Let's use everything we got here. You know what? We're just going to give it camp protection. Why the heck not? This guy, get the help for it. We'll have Center Champion with camp protection later on. But anyways, people deal with chronic issues all the time. And young people can deal with chronic issues as well. It's not just like once you get 60 or 70, like you start to feel pain. I mean, I'm only 32 years old. I've been fairly healthy most of my life. And then all of a sudden, boom, snap. Not even my fault. I got sick. I started having these weird migraines in my head. Or so I thought. And now I have a chronic issue, at least at the moment. And my chronic issue is something called, probably, haven't been fully, officially diagnosed yet, visual snow syndrome. So what visual snow is imagine TV static, all right? And I hopefully you guys don't mind me talking about this a little bit, but imagine like TV static. The black and white kind of like fizzling of TV static. If you're really, really, really young, you might not even know what TV static looks like, but you can easily look it up and all that stuff. But I assume most of us know what TV static looks like. Imagine that what I'm seeing is very similar to that TV static kind of overlaid over the entirety of my vision. But instead of mine being black and white, it's random colors. It's RGB. You know, red, green, blue, yellow. It's just kind of like all these colors like mixed together. It's almost like you can see the molecules in the air as one other way to see it. Now, that in itself, a lot of people actually don't even know that that is a thing that their eyes are not supposed to be doing. Some people are born with this. So you might be thinking, wow, Chris, I didn't even know that was a thing that I've been dealing with my entire life, but I do have visual snow. You're like, oh, crap. Oh, crap. So I don't want to change your life. I don't want to alter your life. If you're doing fine with it, that's great. Now, the problem is that some people with visual snow also have a lot of other random issues. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. And I was diagnosed with basically a migraine that's not going away, but I don't think that's what's going on. I have this brain issue called visual snow syndrome, which is not fully understood yet, so it's kind of a little bit of a guessing game, I guess. And with that comes weird things like extreme pain in the back of my eyes. All right, and with other people too. Seeing a lot of lights. just kind of flashing in and out of existence. In fact, so many lights that sometimes they see pillars of lights or entire like waves of light. Like if you imagine, you know, what they show I've never been high on mushrooms, but what they show on movies of people getting high on mushrooms, where they kind of see that, but instead of rainbow colors, I'm only seeing white in the flashing of lights. And, oh, check this out. Frickin' Century Champion. It's also round 60. We get another random tower. Give me something good this time. And we get a Sniper Monkey. That is not what I wanted, but all right. Let's take the Sniper Monkey to heart here, and let's see if we can do something with this guy, man. I think I'm going to need some more Moab Stunnage, possibly. I'll have to kind of like watch and see what's going to happen here. Also going to have to see if this is enough for round 63. I think it's going to. I'm going to assume it's going to, but we'll have to just watch it a little bit here. And then in addition to all of those, and then another thing that you really have to deal with is extreme sensitivity to light, which is probably one of the main ones for me. I cannot go outside without sunglasses on. Even when I do go outside with sunglasses on, the sun hurts me. I don't know how else to put it, but I feel like a vampire. The best way I can explain this part is that when I played Skyrim, when you turn into a vampire, basically every time you go out in the day, the light just like has extreme rays and it feels like it's burning you, and that's exactly what it's doing to my eyes. It just makes me feel like I am a vampire and I cannot be out in the sun, which is very unfortunate because I like being out in the sun, and I feel like I feel like I deserve to be out in the sun, man. But it is what it is. And then one other issue that I've also been dealing with, which is very common with this disorder or syndrome or whatever, is something called, I don't know what it's called, but again, this is new to me, all new to me, is something to do with your, when you see a light, for example, you guys know how when you look at like a bright light or a sun, or the sun, and you shouldn't look at the sun, by the way, but if you look at the bright light or you look at the sun accidentally, somehow, when you look away from it, you're going to be like, oh, there's like a small white, greenish tinted something for a quick second, right? And usually you look away and it goes away after a second or two or maybe 3 seconds. Or if it's really bad, you know, what's it going to last? 5 seconds, 10 seconds to tops. For me, I can look at like a light, like a night light. Okay, no joke. A night light. Or like I can look at somebody's random garden light from, you know, 100 feet away, where it's just like so dim and seemingly so insignificant. I can look at a little LED light on like a random device, and for me, that image will stay there. That red light, that green light, that yellow light, that whatever light, it'll stay there for long periods of time. I'm talking upwards of 5 seconds, 7 seconds for that little tiny night light. And I keep in mind that if I look at it in one spot and then I just adjust my eyes a little bit and I look at it again, I'm going to see that again. So I'll see like 2 or 3 of them kind of all throughout my vision. Specifically, it looks almost like if you were in Tron. If you remember the movie Tron, specifically they made an old one and a newer one. Kind of have like those trails of lights behind the motorcycles. When I see a car going by, if I just stare directly in that direction, that's exactly what it looks like. Just a giant trail of light. Where like there should be just one red light of brake lights behind a car. It's just a giant trail in my vision. It's very weird and very sucky, and it causes a lot of issues. I think the worst of it, honestly, out of all of it, is the eye pain. If I just had to deal with all of that existing, I'd be like, okay, that's unfortunate, but then it causes me to have physical eye pain in the back of my eyes, which is just absolutely absurd. It seems like to me that I have something called visual snow syndrome, and the worst part about it is that it's a very big gradient of how bad it is for some people, and I honestly think I'm on the very high end of it being pretty freaking horrible here. Okay. Okay, there we go. With a little bit of selling action, we're able to do that. And it looks like we'll get one more random tower for round 8, but I haven't even used my sniper yet. You know, let's do this. Let's get a spiked mines first. Let's get a random... Let's hold on to the sniper. All right, if we don't need it to survive, let's wait until we get to round 80. Let's see what other tower we get, because maybe we want to spend our money on something else. Usually, Chimps mode, sniper's one of the worst towers late game. Just be honest here. It's a weird one. It can work, but you're better off with other things if you can get them going. So anyways, I've been dealing with all of that. Now, other people might have similar things. going on, and I've even read a couple comments from some of the people saying that it was visual snow. They actually were the ones that got me in on this visual snow action, and I really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for that. Honestly, straight up, you guys honestly care, and it's just insane how much you guys care and how much you guys want to help me, and I appreciate it so much. There's a couple people that mentioned that they got over it, and honestly, to those people, I would really, really, really like to talk to you. If anybody is having issues similar to mine, I would love to talk to you. If you have something else you'd really like to talk about, let's talk about it. My Discord is open. To anybody who wants to comment, just leave a thing, leave a whatever. The only thing I request is that if you're going to respond to me, I prefer like paragraphs, so I can just get back to you at my own pace, not just hello. I don't want to like hello, hi, how are you? Good, great. Like just send me a paragraph. I'll respond back, and we'll get our conversation flowing. So we can just respond daily or whatever we need to. Okay, here we go. We get another random tower. What are we gonna get this time? Come on, give me something good. Give me something good. I want like a dartling gun or something. And we get the frickin' ice monkey, bro. What is this? All right, now this is not horrible, but it's not what I wanted. All right, well, here we go. What are we going to get? I'm thinking we probably have to go for an Icicle Impale. Just straight up. I think we need Icicle Impale. DDTs are going to be a big problem. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I got a crazy, wicked idea. Screw the sniper. He's down. He's in. But I don't really care about him. What I want to go for is I want to go for the Icicle Impale. I am going to go for the top path here so I can pop DDTs properly. And I'm going to make sure he's aiming those DDTs properly. I'm also going to go for a primary training and a primary mentoring to give him those buffs, and then I'm considering going primary expertise with all the extra money that I'm going to have over here. Because what else am I going to buy at this point? I can go for some small sniper upgrades, but I don't know. This is just a funky, fresh kind of situation we got going on. But I think you guys are probably a little impressed, right? You're like, holy crap. Chris is actually kind of dominating with these pretty bad towers here. Thank you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. But anyways, again, this is all new to me, so if anybody wants to have a conversation or talk about things, let me know. Even if you're saying that you're dealing with another chronic issue and you don't really need to talk about it necessarily, you just want to kind of like tell me about it, feel free, you know. I wish that I wish there was no pain in the world. I really do. And there's an unfortunate thing that I can't do much about it besides maybe give awareness a little bit, you know, to the 10,000 or 20,000 people that watch my video that want to hear about things and new things and other people's issues that they got going on. And everyone's just like, well, I'm dealing with my own issues. I don't want to deal with other people's issues. I know. It's just, it sucks. It sucks. Sometimes things just frickin' suck. All right, but anyways, if you guys want to reach out to me, the Discord link is in the description. I'll be up the top right corner if I'm online or if my computer on at all. I'm just red. You can message me on there, and we'll get going. If for some reason thousands of people message me, I may not get back to everybody. Just want to be honest, but I will do my best. And if anybody has specific information on visual snow that they'd like to talk about, I'd really appreciate that. And thank you to the few people that did already reach out about it and told me about possibly having neck issues. I'm very curious about that because I've read that it's more of a neurological issue than it is a necessarily a muscle issue in your or a nerve issue in your neck. So I'm curious about your other random things that you're dealing with and whether or not those helped or whatnot. So yeah, anyways, when I finally get my stuff hopefully figured out, I'm hoping that I can give awareness to the rest of the people in the visual snow community that have this issue, and hopefully I can help some of those people with like a congregate of some of the information. That's all I'm really hoping for here. All right. So okay, I've got $23,000 at this point, and it's about that time. Primary expertise, bro. I almost started buying money on my sniper because I kind of almost forgot what I was doing. But things are going good. Oh, and then the last thing that I'm also dealing with here, which is quite unfortunate, is, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I'm getting tinnitus, which is basically ringing of the ears. It's a little bit on and off for me, but I feel like it's getting worse, which is the worst part. Like, at first I was like, I'm lucky because I don't have to deal with that much. And now I'm realizing, oh, I spoke too soon. How unfortunate. All right, here we go. Primary expertise. Very weird tower combo, but overall it's just working. A lot of slowdown. with a lot of decent amounts of popping power, very specific popping power, is keeping me in the game here. And then a good amount of cleanup, just in case anything does end up sneaking through. Spike Factory's in the back here to save the day. We haven't had to use Mega Mines or anything, but we can't use them anywhere near the front, so it's kind of like, do we want to reach across here? I don't even know. Sometimes yes, most of the time, no. And Brick is only level 16 anyways, so she's not even doing that much. How many pops does she have? 35,000. Alright, so that is my random brain issues that I'm dealing with right now. I'm sorry if I'm boring or upsetting anybody, but I have to get off my chest, man. I have to. Alright. And of course I'm looking for answers, so it is what it is. The second thing I want to talk about, though, is camping. So I'm really trying to live a normal life. Even with all these issues and all the eye pain and all the ridiculousness that I'm dealing with, I'm trying to live a normal life. And one of the things that I've been doing is I went on a couple vacations. Try to just, like, get my mind off of it. I went on a beach vacation with Amanda to Lake Michigan. That was really fun, besides the fact that I had the worst eye pain in my entire life after that day. And then I took the dogs, too, which was really cute. I might be able to share some pictures with you guys another day, showing some of the things the dogs were doing. They love swimming. You know, they were just swimming around the entire time, or throwing the frisbee and everything. It was a good, grand old day. But recently we went camping at Devil's Lake, just this weekend, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So that's why I actually didn't upload any videos, because I was just like, I just need to get out of my head and just go somewhere else where I don't have to think about painful things for a little while. So we went to Devil's Lake. We went camping. It's actually a really, really neat place. If you guys live near Wisconsin, Illinois, maybe Minnesota, anywhere in that general area, I'd recommend going and checking it out. It's a great and cool place to be. Even if you don't go camping officially, the lake is really cool. You can go swimming in the lake, which is kind of fun. There's like a nice beach and everything. And then on top of that, the trails are freaking awesome. So I consider myself in pretty decent shape. All right, like I ride my bike a pretty good amount. I go running every once in a while. I walk a lot. I walk like 2 to 3 miles every day, at least. And we got $32,000 here. I think. Do we want weird sniper? We're gonna go for an elite sniper here, and I'm gonna go for the faster and even faster firing. I don't want a mega mine here, but I will use the extra bombs from Brickle. And I got him on elite target. I'm gonna leave him on first. I just want to pop these ceramics. Oh yeah, baby! Look at that go! Primary expertise. All right, so that is a tough one, but we do take down round 98. Round 99 here should go down with Icicle Impale, and then around 100 though, we have to hope that the Mega Mines are just going to be the answer for us. So I'm going to try to wait for a second. I don't want the Mega Mine to go off on the DDTs. I'm going to wait. As soon as we have no mobs, we can get it. Pop the DDT. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. All right, Mega Mine is up. I might go for a second dose of this guy. And we've done it. Random towers, random map, random hero, and we beat Chimps Mode. Probably. Probably. But the hiking was freaking awesome, dude. So you go up like, maybe like, I don't even know exactly, but like 700 feet of altitude in 2 different areas where there's like a 0.3 mile trip and a 0.4 mile trip up or down, where you just like are kind of like freaking climbing a mountain almost. I mean, they've got like some steps and everything and like to help you out and all that stuff, but it was just freaking cool, dude. Lots of fun places to look over the lake and look at all the trees and look at the birds and all the fun stuff. I had a good time. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to wait. No, let's just pop it. Let's just blow this puppy up. Icicle Impale should stop the DDTs. Oh, wow, a second Mega Mine did blow this thing up? Ooh, that's a little scary. Okay, okay. DDTs are done. Oh my god. Getting taken down. Nothing too crazy happened on our trip besides we bought, it was kind of funny actually. We were going to make our own frozen fries into weird cheesy potato fries thrown over the fire. And, oh, I did a challenge instead of doing a real thing. I can't go in long term. But we tried to make these cheesy fries, and of course we had like a cooler to keep everything on ice. And we go on the second day trying to make the cheesy potatoes, and I picked the fries out of there, and they're waterlogged. Obviously, like, the water got into the bottom there, but I assumed that the package was going to be waterproof, but it was not waterproof, and all the water just soaked right into the package and got on the fries, and they were completely ruined. So that was a little bit of a sad day for us. But other than that, the trip went pretty well. Besides it raining at randomly 1 o'clock in the morning for like 1 hour, which was not expected, so we didn't even pack everything up. We had like a lot of stuff get really wet and soaked. So right now, everything's drying out in our yard right now. I'm home. Everything's good. I had a good time. But highly recommend you guys, if you guys have never been camping or any of those state parks or national parks, especially if you live in the United States, oh my God, they're freaking beautiful, man. Go check them out if you can. That's all I have for you guys today, though. So if you enjoyed, press that like button, subscribe, and of course, have a super duper delicious day.